It is just like so moist and chocolatey. Okay, so you can have the dessert of your dreams in 90 seconds and a snap of a finger. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Now, most of you know I've lost over 100 pounds. I've been maintaining my weight for over 15 years. So today I'm gonna share with you a little hack on how to make brownies in 90 seconds. Can you believe that? 90 seconds. So it's a very, very simple recipe. This is something that you can make in the microwave. If you don't have a microwave, you can definitely make it in the air fryer or even in the oven. But the whole point of this is, you know, those times where you're like craving something sweet and you're like, oh my God, I'm too lazy to go do this and I don't want to go off plan and I want to have something healthy but super delicious. So this is one of those recipes. It's nice and chocolatey and ooey gooey and you're gonna love it, honestly. So the first thing I'm gonna start off with is just melting my butter. Just any butter will do. Okay, so we're gonna melt our butter. Now I'll go over the ingredients with you. We're gonna make this sugar-free. Okay, so not only is this like a very quick dessert that you can make in 90 seconds, but it's also gluten-free and it's sugar-free, okay? Now to make this sugar-free, you can use a sweetener. So you can use like allulose, you can use monk fruit, you can use like a stevia blend. I'm using allulose. I will leave it linked for you down below. I just grabbed these on Amazon, okay? So this here is, it's like the closest thing to sugar. It caramelizes like sugar. It doesn't leave like a funky aftertaste. The only thing I will say is that it is only 70% as sweet as sugar. So you can add in like a little bit of stevia. You can add in a little extra sweetener, just so you know, in case you're not familiar with like sweeteners. But if not, you can use like a coconut sugar. You can use like an organic, whatever you use at home to sweeten up your stuff, you can use for this, okay? So that is the sweetener. And then what else do we have here that's like a little unique? Chocolate chips. Just use like, you can use regular chocolate chips or use like just like a clean brand, you know? We have like these here from Hue. These are sweetened with coconut sugar. And then you could also find the Ghirardelli ones that have 8 grams of sugar. So they're not as bad as like other brands, but they're not sugar free, okay? But there's options. So you're just gonna use whatever whatever you typically use. Then we just have some almond milk, a little bit of almond flour. I just grab my almond flour like on Thrive. I love buying a lot of stuff on Thrive because they have like their specialty ingredients. And it is really easy to just kind of place an order and then you get like a big shipment of things. And then we are making this very high protein, okay? So this is like a high protein, chocolatey brownie. And so I have protein powder. So you already know the protein powder that I use is the one from Flav City. I'm using the chocolate peanut butter. Okay, it's still gonna be very, very chocolatey, but this is the one that I'm using for this. So I'm just showing you the ingredients so that you know everything that I use. And in terms of the cocoa powder, I like to use 2 different cocoa powders. I like to use either a Dutch process or I like the one from Cacao Bliss because it has a lot of health benefits. So that's the one that I'm using today. And then we also have some baking powder and that's what's gonna help it rise and just give it like more of that fluffiness, okay? So those are all the ingredients. Pretty much, I mean, you just need almond flour, some sweetener, you have a little bit of almond milk, and then your chocolate chips and some butter. So it's very, very, it's a very easy dessert to make. Now, the first thing that's going in is our almond flour. Okay, and then we also have our sweetener. We have our protein powder, our unsweetened cocoa powder, and we have our baking powder. Okay, so let's give this a good little mix. I always like to mix my dry ingredients and make sure that there's no little clumps. Make sure everything's well incorporated. And now we're gonna add in our almond milk, our butter. Okay, so you know what? I was gonna make this in a mug, but I forgot that I'm trying to make it in a bigger container. So very quickly, I'm gonna do a double batch and then we'll continue. All right guys, so before I get my brownie into the microwave, I wanna show you the probiotics and prebiotics that I take. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I've been taking seed for years. If you have issues with your digestion, if you get bloated after you eat, then that all stems from your gut health. And this is a great supplement that you can use. I went through my whole gut health journey. I made a lot of changes to my diet, but I also incorporated a very high quality probiotic and prebiotic. So this is the DS1 by Seed. It's actually a capsule within a capsule. It makes it down into your colon, feeds all the gut bacteria that needs to be fed down there. I personally had a ton of digestive issues. My hair was falling out. I had dry patches all over my skin. Now, again, I did make some changes to my diet, and I was just taking 2 capsules a day. So I usually do it on an empty stomach. I just try to get it out of the way in the morning. I feel like you can pretty much do it anytime throughout the day, but these right here have made a huge, huge difference. So if you're having any digestive issues like that, then of course you already know you do need to focus on getting rid of some of that junk food, eliminating those seed oils, and then incorporating a very high quality probiotic and prebiotic. Now, my discount code is LCL25, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave that linked in the description below. Okay, so basically this is the texture that we are looking for. It's just like a really nice cake batter, you know, not too thin, not too thick, nice and chocolatey. And again, if you wanna make just like a single serving, beautiful, use a little mug. But if you wanna use something a little bit bigger, then just do like a double batch or even a triple batch. And then, you know, you'll be fine. So I'm just using this little glass microwavable dish. Do a little bit of avocado oil, I'm out. So I need to go replace that ASAP. And now we're just gonna go in and pour our batter in. Now this is also egg-free, so if you have friends that are allergic to eggs or just don't like eggs, then you could definitely share this recipe because it is nice and chocolatey and it tastes like the real deal. Now for the chocolate chips, you can mix them into the batter, but I'm gonna top it. I'm just gonna use it like as a topping, and then whatever falls in is fine. Okay, now if you're doing a single serving, remember, like you're just making 1 in a little mug, then do 60 seconds. If you do a double batch, probably about 1.5 minutes, triple batch, about 2 minutes, but I would just check it, I would say at the minute mark, just to be sure, because all microwaves are different. Some are super, super strong, and then it could burn through. Some are a little weaker, so you might need a little more time. So I'll show you what it should look like, and then you're gonna gauge that as you make it at home. Okay, so our brownie is out. You wanna be careful because it will rise, okay? As you can tell, it went all the way to the top, but now it's kind of flattened back down. But it will rise. So if I know it looks like a little it looks like a small amount of batter, but it does have baking powder. So remember, it is going to rise. So even in your mug, even though the batter is like this, it will probably double in size. So this, remember, this is a double batch, okay? And I feel like it looks really, really nice. I ended up cooking this for 1.5 minutes. Okay, so a double batch, 1.5 minutes. You could even check it at about the 1 minute mark, just to be sure. But I want to show you the texture so that you know what I'm talking about. Look at this. It is just like so moist and chocolatey. It's almost like a lava. I don't know how to explain it, but the texture is perfection. If you love brownies, if you love cake a la mode, like if you love, what is it, the chocolate, like molten lava cake, all of that, this is it right here, but in 90 seconds, okay? So you can have the dessert of your dreams in 90 seconds and a snap of a finger, okay? So when you make it, come back and let me know what you think. This right here is heaven on a spoon, so cheers. Oh yeah, guys, the texture, the flavor, 10 out of 10, I'm telling you. Like, I cannot wait for you guys to make this. I know you are. It's so easy and it is so delicious. Think of like a brownie that just comes out of the oven, where it's just kind of like melting in your mouth. It like coats your entire mouth with like chocolate goodness. Guys, I'm telling you. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave the recipe in the description below. Now remember, you can make a single serving in a mug, or you can make a double or a triple batch if you wanna make it for your family, for dinner, whatever the case is, okay? I used a 4x2, I believe this is about a 4x2, and it was a double batch. So just kind of use that as a guide. If you wanna make a bigger one, then, you know, just kind of figure it out because it does expand, so it does rise. Okay, so I've definitely made a mess, so just be aware of that. If you make it in a very, very small dish, then you might have a little bit of a mess in your microwave. So one single batch in a mug, double in something a little bit bigger, okay? But guys, if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to share this with your friends and your family, whether they're living a low carb lifestyle, maybe they're on a weight loss journey and need some ideas, or even just trying to make healthier choices in their life. Things like this could be super, super helpful, especially if they love dessert. But thank you so much for being here. I love you, and I'll see you on my next video. Mwah.